Imagine your manager walks over and says, "Can you tell me which country generates the most sales?" This is a very easy question, except the data looks like this. We can see we have duplicate values, missing values, incorrect categories. So if we answer the question now, we'll probably give management the wrong answer. This is why it's important to clean your data. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I clean messy Excel data before I ever build a dashboard. So the question we will answer today is, which country generated the highest purchase amount? So as I showed you before, there are duplicate values under customer ID. So we can't trust dirty data. We need to remove duplicate customers. The reason why is if a customer appears twice when they shouldn't, sales can be overstated. First thing I want to do is I want to see how many duplicate customer IDs I have. So highlight column A, which is the customer ID column, by putting your cursor over column A. And once you see an arrow, click on it and it highlights the whole column. Next, go to your Home tab and click on Conditional Formatting right here under Styles. Highlight Cell Rules and select Duplicate Values. Now from this window, you'll see format cells that are what? Duplicates or unique. I want duplicate. Then values with, you can do light red filled with dark red text. You can do yellow, green, whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it to light red fill with dark red text. And okay. So now automatically you can see the duplicates. You can also order them on top. So for example, make sure you have your filters on. If you're not sure how to do that, click on the Data tab. And right here in the middle, it says Filter. After that's selected, click the drop-down filter. And then you can sort by color. So I'll go ahead and sort that by color. Now I have the top duplicates showing on the top and the rest are non-duplicate. So now I can go ahead and click into cell A12 where it stops the duplicate values and do Shift Control arrow down and it stops at 2006. But look here on the bottom. The count shows 1,995. That's how many rows that are non-duplicate. Now to remove those duplicate values, we click on this little upside down triangle, and this highlights all of your data in the table. But it also highlights all of the blanks. So if you don't want that, just click anywhere inside your data and do a Control A to select all, and now it selects all of your data. So either way is fine. But this is where we start unduplicating. So make sure you're in your Data tab here on the top and click Remove Duplicates. It's under the Data Tools. And in this window, it shows all of your column names. Now, if it looks like something like this on your sheet and it lists column A, column B, and so on, all you have to do is click this box here where it says My Data Has Headers. Also keep in mind that your column names need to be in that first row. So now I'm going to do an unselect all and click on Customer ID and OK. Now this is going to unduplicate by my customer ID. So watch this change. So I have 5 duplicate values that were found and removed. And then it tells me I have 2,000 unique values remain. Okay. So now you can see that the conditional formatting is no longer highlighting duplicates. Now, if you can see, these numbers are out of order. So if you want to sort, again, you can highlight your data here, or you can do a Control A to highlight all of your data. Go to the Sort button here under the Data tab. And in this window, it's going to say, how would you like to sort? So you can sort by any column. So what I would do is just select it by clicking on it and click Delete Level. Now add level. Now you can go ahead and select customer ID. Now it says sort on cell values, cell color, font. We're going to do values. Then we're going to do smallest to largest and OK. So now they're in correct order again. Now we have the unique customer IDs and no duplicate values. The next thing I always look for is missing data. So missing values can lead to incorrect reports, inaccurate dashboards, and poor business decisions. So before we start analyzing this data, let's quickly identify any blanks. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select all of the data. So do Control A. Next, go to your Home tab. Under Find and Select, click that. Then click Go to Special, Blanks. Then click OK. Excel just selected every blank cell in this column. So you can see that there's J20 is a blank. There's another blank there. And just scrolling and looking at all of these blanks, you can see that they are selected. So this is a quick way to find missing values without scrolling through thousands of rows. Another way I do it is simply going through all of the filters. You can scroll all the way down and see if there's any blanks. This takes a little longer, especially if you have many rows of data. So the Find and Select is a faster way to do it. But let me just show you an example here. If I scroll down, there's blanks. Select, unselect, and just select blanks. OK. Now going to my Data tab, I can click here next to Filter and clear my filter. So this is a quick way to clear your filters. Now it shows all of my data. And again, there's season has also blanks. And let's see country. Those don't have any blanks. So at least now we know where these blanks are and what columns they're in. But again, the Home tab, make sure to select all of your data, Find and Select, go to Special, Blanks, and OK. So all blank cells are highlighted. This is a fast way to immediately see where information is missing. So those are two ways to find missing values. And this is important because imagine creating a report showing purchases by profession. If we leave these blank, these customers won't be counted correctly, and our report won't tell the complete story. So let's see, how can we fix this? At this point, I wouldn't just start typing random professions. As a data analyst, it's important that we never guess what the missing value should be. So instead, I would contact the person who owns this data, check another system, or ask the business team for missing information. Today's example, since this is a practice data, I'm simply going to replace the blank values with unknown. So say, for example, we reached out to the person who owns the data and they just said, we don't know. Let's just put unknown. So we're going to do that for now. So it will be clear that these records are missing. So under profession, since we know some blanks are in this column, scroll down, click blanks, and just type in unknown. Then click and drag until you get to the end of the data and let go of your clicker. Now you have all of your unknowns. Now again, go to the Data tab, clear filters, and now we're going to do the same thing for season. So season, unselect all, click blanks only, and OK. Now the same thing, unknowns. Then click and drag all the way down until that column is filled. Now you can clear your filters. So one last check. Control A to select all of the data. Go to your Home tab. Go to Find and Select. Go to Special. Click on Blanks and OK. This gives you a message saying no cells were found. Excellent. Now every record has a value, and it's much easier to identify which information was originally missing. And also notice that I used unknown instead of leaving the cells blank. Well, the reason why I did this is because this makes the missing information obvious and allows any pivot tables and charts to include those records instead of slightly ignoring them. So they'll be as unknowns and we can still count them in to our data. But I always want you to remember, so this is a data analysis tip. Never guess missing data. Verify the source, contact the data owner, and then use unknown only when appropriate. Now, our question is, which country generated the highest purchased amount? So now keep in mind, purchase would be purchase amount here. Let's make sure this is the right data type. So I'm going to click into F2. We're under my purchase amount. Do Shift Control arrow down to highlight all of your data. Make sure your filters are cleared. It's enabled, so that means my filters are cleared. Then go to your Home tab. Then click here at the top where it says Number. I'm going to select the cash symbol. It's the accounting number format. Now it's in the right data type. Also, my question says what country had the most sales. So those are the two columns you really need. Country, making sure everything is accurate. We don't have any spelling, so everything looks good. And then there's no missing values. Sometimes when you go through your filtering, you might find duplicates, like say United States might be as US. Then you have two different values for United States. So that's why it's good to keep the correct spelling consistent through the whole data. Click OK. So everything's good. So now we can go ahead and answer our business question. But first, I want to convert this to a table. So click anywhere inside your data. Do Control T. So it highlights all of your data. And it tells you where is the data for your table. And just verifying that it's selecting all of your data. Make sure this is selected. My table has headers, so it grabs your headers and click OK. Now your data is converted into a table. Make sure you're clicked anywhere inside your table. And now we're going to create a pivot table. So go to Insert tab here on the top. Click Pivot Table. The little arrow that dropped down. And then from Table Range. Now select the table or range. And you can put it in a new existing worksheet or existing worksheet. But I'm going to keep it in new existing worksheet and click OK. So now this is where we can create our pivot. So here on my right side, we have our column names, and you can drag and drop them into rather your filters, columns, rows, and values. So we're going to go to our country column, click and drag into rows. So now you see them listed here. And then our purchase amount, click and drag into values. Now it adds up all of the purchase amounts by country. Now it's sorted by alphabetical order, as you can tell here. Let me zoom in. But now we want to sort from largest to lowest number. So I'm going to click in anywhere inside the data, not the headers, just the data. I'm going to right click and click on Sort. And I can sort from largest to smallest. Now we have our answer. Australia is our largest amount of sales. Then it goes down. My least amount is Argentina, 522. Now, of course, you can change the column name. So I can, just by clicking in here, I can call this country. Double click in here and this window pops up, custom name. I can just put purchase amount, and OK. Then this says pivot field name already exists. So we can go ahead and do an underscore and OK. Now country, purchase amount. Also go to your home page, change that to cash value by selecting the little cash symbol here. Next, I can click and drag to highlight all of the data. Then go to your little formatting with borders and go to all borders and make it look nice. So now we can confidently answer management's question because we cleaned the data first. That's what data analysts do every single day. Before dashboards, before Power BI, before Python, we always have to clean the data. If you don't want to show a table, but instead want to do a visualization, you can click the table, click and drag, and highlight everything except for the grand totals, and then go to Insert, and then Recommended Charts, and you can do any one of these that look appropriate. So let's see bar chart, and click OK. Now you have a bar chart. And the thing about highlighting the data from a pivot table, it gives you these little filters that makes your data actually interactive. So for example, if we only want to see United States, click United States and OK. And it switches just to United States. You can select all. Also purchase amount. Then you can change your title here. Sales by country. And you can make this bigger so it fits in the screen. And instantly they can see what countries had the most sales. You can also do a pivot design. And they have different designs here, just playing around with it. But that's it. We started with a messy data set full of duplicates, missing values, and instant categories. By cleaning the data first, we were able to confidently answer our business question using a pivot table. This is exactly what data analysts do every day. So if you're learning Excel because you want to become a data analyst, I created a free data analyst roadmap that shows you exactly what skills to learn and in what order. It also gives you some interview questions and answers. You can download it using the link in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what is your biggest challenge when cleaning data in Excel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.